time for the Dugout Crew. Brought to you by the David 3000 Network, MVG Productions, and the 25. And now, here is the Dugout Crew.
Hey, play ball and batter up, everybody. Welcome to yet another episode of the Dugout Crew Podcast, Season 2, August 22nd, 2024. My name is Eric Leamer. I am your host of the show. We had Jesse Ortiz on. I don't know what happened before the show. He was frozen, so I'm hoping everything is okay. I don't know if it was internet trouble on his end or what, but hopefully he'll be here shortly to talk about his Houston Astros. I know we can get a lot to that. Unfortunately, once again, Joey Acacia will not be here with us. Let's see. We're trying it again. All right, here he is. Okay. Come on. All right. Jesse, you're okay there, man?
Yeah.
You were frozen there for a moment, and I was going to tell you what happened, but I had to remove you. I want to make sure that you're okay. So,
all right.
I'm glad to have you on here. How you doing?
I'm good.
Okay, that's good. That is very, very good. We're going to have some fun today. We got a lot of news. We got a lot of baseball news, and to get to, and I'll tell you what, my Red Sox, your Astros, we had battles. We had a series, though. I'll tell you one thing right now. So let's get to the baseball news, shall we? We have a lot to get to. The injuries. Brewers' Christian Yelich will undergo season-ending back surgery. Raven Powers, what's going on, Raven? Raven Powers in the live chat. What's going on? How you doing, Raven? Hope you're doing wonderful. Great to see. Great to hear from you on here, and hope you watch the show and have some fun. You probably learn a thing or two about baseball. I don't know if you're a baseball fan or not. If not, you can learn something from baseball. Baseball's a pretty good sport. Anywho, yeah. Well, like I said, we'll start over with the news that our stooge, David St. Dennis gave us. I want to roast David St. Dennis. I love David, but sometimes he gets a little crazy. Anyways, David, we love you. The injuries. The Brewers' Christian Yelich will undergo season-ending back surgery. Brewers losing him. That not much. I'm doing good. No, that's good. That's good. I'm glad you're doing good. Yeah, it's going to hurt the Brewers a little bit. Brewers' chances of going. The Brewers, ever since they moved to the National League, they've been doing very well. But when you lose a key player like Yelich, that's gonna hurt your chances of trying to make the playoffs. You know what I mean? It's my heart goes out to the Brewers on that one. Dodgers pitcher Tyler Glasnow is on the injured list for right elbow tendonitis. Hope he's okay. I know he's one of their top pitchers. Reason why the Dodgers are heading the National League West right now. Not only that, we get Shohei Ohtani, so you got that one. Reds pitcher Hunter Green placed on the 15-day IL with right elbow soreness. I think that's where he's probably one of the reasons why the Reds have been surging as of late in the NL Central. But this could set them back a little bit. We'll find out. Braves Austin Riley, another key player that could miss this 8 weeks with a right hand fracture. That means basically the rest of the season, if unless the Braves make the playoffs and or go further in the playoffs. I'm hoping, because I know that's one of the reasons why I think Braves are doing well. Diamondbacks Ketel Marte is being placed on the 10-day IL with a sprained ankle. That means the Red Sox probably don't have to worry about him in that 3-game series against the Diamondbacks when they come into Fenway. Freddie Freeman has a hairline fracture in his finger, but will play through it, according to Dave Roberts. So that means a little finger injury won't keep him out, even though I'm injured my finger trying to open a can of freaking peanut butter yesterday. Trying to make the New England special peanut butter and fluff. Could you believe this? Cut my finger just for doing that. What a stooge. What a stooge I am. All right, and here's the accomplishments. The Phillies. Weston Wilson hit for the cycle. Congratulations to him. Probably Weston Wilson, probably one of the reasons why the Phillies have been successful in so far leading the National League East. The Guardians, Jose Ramirez, reached 100 RBIs. Probably the one reason why they think the Guardians are doing very well. And that's a huge, huge deal, Jesse. What do you think, huh?
Very good deal.
That's a huge deal for him. Mets Luis Severino, who used to play for the Yankees, threw a complete game shutout against the Marlins. No surprise there because the Marlins stink nowadays. And without Jazz Chisholm now, with the going over to the Yankees, what's here? I don't know. My parents are screaming about something. Anyways, Joey Votto announces his retirement from baseball. Joey Votto, used good player for the Reds, and sometimes getting a little hot-headed here and there, but according to Kevin Henry, 10 years too late. But no, I think Joey Votto, I'll tell you what, he's helped the Reds, but hasn't won a World Series ring. I mean, I'm really sad for him because sometimes, you get some of your best players out there and retire, and they don't get that World Series ring. I feel bad for him. So, but it is a good retirement overall for, good career for Joey Votto. I don't think Hall of Fame worthy, but we shall see what the writers think. Reds, Ellie De La Cruz. This guy got speed on the base pass. 60 stolen bases, joined the 20 homers, 60 stolen bases. Guys, this kid's a pretty good player. I think he's going to be the franchise player for the Reds. Mark my words. And this is the first time ever this has happened, I think. The entire Cardinals organization, from the high A Peoria Chiefs, the Double A Springfield Cardinals, Triple A Memphis Redbirds, and the St. Louis Cardinals, all had walk-off victories. Unheard of. Now I'm going to see if I can share. This next one is about the World Baseball Classic, by the way, for 2026. And I'm going to try to share screen this picture. Okay, give me a second. Oh, okay. Give me a second, guys, folks. Didn't mean I'm in the middle of.
Which one was yours?
All righty.
I'm going to bring the other persons in my bedroom.
Sorry about that, folks. Trying to figure out what the heck is going on, but that'll kill some time, though. I got my buffalo chicken sandwich, by the way. I'll eat it afterwards. I'm going to try to share screen it if we don't mind. And let's see. How do I share screen? Share screen. All right, let me. David, why you do this to me? I don't know. Folks, it'll be just a little while. Just give me a second. Give me a few minutes. Please bear with me here. Come on. Okay. Let's see if I can share screen that. Let's see what I can do here. How do I share screen? General. Share screen. How do I share screen? Layouts.
Under the present tab.
Present tab? Where
Yeah.
is that? Where is it?
Near the settings, like right next to the.
Oh, present tab. Okay. All right. Share screen. There you go. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Let's see what I can do here. I'll see if I can. Okay. Select the tab to share window. Okay. Okay, let's share. All right. Sharing window. Okay, give me a second here. Okay, and let's see if I can. I do apologize, folks, and I'm trying to figure out how in the world I can enlarge this picture. Somebody shoot me with this now, because this is about the WBC tournament, and I see that's all I can share right now. Okay, this sucks. This totally sucks. Let's see what I can do here. Photos. Oh, crap. Okay, here we go. Let's share that. Share that. Okay. All right, here we go. This is the WBC tournament, as you know. Pool A. You got Puerto Rico, Cuba, Canada. What's that? Panama, and to be decided. And then you got Pool B, USA, Mexico, Italy, Great Britain to be decided. You got Pool C, Japan, Australia, Korea, Czechoslovakia. I didn't know they play baseball there. I didn't know baseball is big in Great Britain and Italy either. What do I know? Czechoslovakia to be decided. Pool D, Venezuela, Dominican Republic, the Netherlands, and Israel, and to be decided. 4 teams to be decided. Now, I think this quarterfinals and semifinals, and then the championship. That is the World Baseball Classic, by the way. So we can cut that out. Thank you. Oh man, Jesse, thank you for your help. I really do appreciate that.
You are welcome, sir.
All right. So that's the World Baseball Classic, and I do apologize, folks. Everybody's going crazy. I don't know why they want to go after me. The Tigers have decided to designate for assignment Gio Urshela. Well, the Astros wanted somebody like him on the team. I know you got Bregman playing third, but Urshela playing. Who knows? Maybe the Red Sox won't love to have him. Who knows? Speaking of the Red Sox, they decide to designate for assignment Dom Smith. Man, I'm going to miss him because he was a good player for the Red Sox. You know.
Also, when you designate someone for assignment, you're basically releasing them.
Yeah,
Okay.
basically. But they did. The Reds claimed Ahmed Rosario off waivers. But wait a minute, Gio Urshela did move somewhere. He's saying a major league contract with the Braves. That is going to help the Braves. Urshela's a good hitter. That's going to help the Braves big time. So it's a big deal. Rich Hill, the ageless wonder, the Dick Clark of the Major League Baseball, signs once again with the Red Sox. Minor league deal. But definitely going to need him. And the Cubs pitcher Hector Neris has also been designated for assignment and has already cleared waivers. Luis Guillaume signed with the Diamondbacks. Cardinals have released Brandon Crawford. And the Astros re-signed Hector Neris.
Yep.
So you must be excited about that. He could be helpful to your rotation or your bullpen. And speaking of Dom Smith, the Reds just signed him. So they let go of Joey Votto. They let him retire. Hey, we'll get Dom Smith. Hey, what first baseman for first baseman. And in other news, this is crazy. No wonder why Alex Verdugo is not very I've already there's 2 links. I don't know the other one. That's crazy. Let me go back. I just realized there's another link on there that I did not notice. I end up. Yeah, that's weird. Anyways, I'll continue on until I have the deal because there's the one I just showed about the World Baseball Classic was not the one I was supposed to. Oh, it's for 2025, not 2026. I am doing very well today, Jesse. Oh my goodness. Bloopers and botches all around, folks. Let's see if I can screw up. I always screw up. David, it's your fault. I'll blame David. I don't care. Anyways, other news. Doctors told Alex Verdugo he's allergic to chemicals in batting gloves that was been causing him pain for 3 years. No wonder why the guy's been struggling. He's allergic to chemicals in batting gloves. That is weird. No wonder why he's been struggling. I mean, seriously? Wow. I'm just shocked. I'm seriously shocked about that. I am dead seriously shocked. I did not even know that.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. You know. I just that's totally nuts. You know. Let's see if I can. Okay. What is this? Talking baseball. Copy. Okay. I just want to see what this is all about. This picture here. Paste. And yeah, that was that's a strange situation. The whole Verdugo situation. That is, that's crazy. I never thought, it's like you never thought. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. I see. Okay, this is about the Cardinals walk off. This is about the Cardinals walk off. So I'm going to download that. I may end up share screening that soon. All right, that was I think somebody tweeted about that, the Cardinals walk off. So well, until that, we'll continue on. So obviously, we know the obvious. Chicago White Sox eliminated from baseball contention, playoff contention, Phillies calendar date and elimination wild card or division era. They're the earliest to do it in the wild card division era. I see. The Mets and the Mariners will play against each other in next year's Little League Classic, and Astros Justin Verlander came back to the rotation on Wednesday, and we'll talk a little bit more about that series against the Red Sox. Rangers Jacob deGrom said he'll likely make his first rehab start Thursday night for Riders baseball. And Backyard Sports announced they're relaunching their video game franchise.
Oh, hell yeah.
So I'm hoping they do a backyard baseball. Like they should do backyard baseball for adults as well, like regular players, but have boys and girls mixed up in between. And we make up our own teams, our own players. I would love that. I would be all over that. And the World Baseball Classic announced the polls. I've shown you that, and we've already shown you that. Let's see. Okay, so what else we have here? Yankees announcer John Sterling may come out of retirement to call Yankees postseason on WFAN. So that's a huge deal. The Mariners are expected to fire manager Scott Service today, with Don Wilson to be named as manager. That's a shock because the Mariners were doing so well.
Yeah.
I don't know if their recent struggles have caused this to happen or what, but I know Don Wilson, or is it Dan Wilson? Don Wilson to be named. And the Angels extend the general manager Perry the name's name. I like this unknown. So let's see. Share screen once again. Let's see. All right, we're gonna share screen. That here we go. Just the Cardinals walk off. Each of the Cardinals entire walking off not too long ago. So Quinn, I want to give a shout out to David for sending me these links and the Quinn's at St. Louis Cards. That's good. That is just something else. I probably was probably a hardcore St. Louis Cardinals fan, and seeing all these teams walk up. This might be the first time in baseball history this has happened. I don't know. I'm gonna check that fact, but all I know is it could be just the first time ever this has happened. So that's crazy. So okay, I can stop screen sharing this now, and let's remove it. All right, remove that, and stop screen. Boom. All right, there we go. So yeah, that's all. That's the baseball news for today. I'll tell you one thing right now. The shocker was the Verdugo situation. Verdugo has been struggling at the plate. Now we know why. Now we totally know why, because of the batting glove thing, and I think it's causing him a lot of pain. And my heart goes out, to Doogie on that one. Even though he's a Yankee and he used to play for the Red Sox, so that could be a number one reason why I personally believe. Hope he gets, and they had to bench him, unfortunately, I think. And a lot of people are making fun of Verdugo. If we're a Red Sox fan, I can understand. But so we shall see what happens here. Well, let's get to our team reports. And Jesse, I know your Astros faced my Red Sox this past week.
Yeah.
And you got a big test coming up as well for your Astros. So talk about that.
Yes, we got a big test. I mean, the last couple of games, we managed to split the series with the White Sox. We lost the first game 5-4. We beat them 6-1, and then this third game was 2-0, and then we got swept by the Red Sox. But later on today, we're going to.
You didn't get swept. You didn't get swept by the Red Sox.
Did we? Oh no, we lost 2.
2 out of 3. 2 out of 3.
My bad.
That's not because you guys won on a walk off this past Monday.
Well, yeah, the Astros face a big test for the next 4 games against Baltimore, who are
that's a big series right there for you guys. That could be playoff implications.
Yeah, and then we also play the Phillies for 3.
That's
and the Royals.
The Royals are surging, dude.
Yeah,
Royals are surging.
All right, and now for the transactions. The Astros are reuniting with Hector Neris, agreeing to a deal with the veteran reliever on Thursday. A source told MLB.com's Brian McTaggart. The team hasn't confirmed the deal. Neris, who was released by the Cubs on Tuesday, pitched for the Astros from 2022 to 2023, was a key part of Houston's World Series winning bullpen in 2022, contributing their 3 scoreless outings in the fall classic against the Phillies. Yep, we whooped them Phillies. Neris made 141 relief appearances for the Astros over his 2 seasons in Houston, putting up a 2.69 ERA with 150 strikeouts in 133 2.5 innings, 10.5 K9. The 35-year-old right-hander signed with the Cubs as a free agent over the offseason, made 46 appearances for Chicago in 2024, recording 17 saves with a 3.89 ERA and 46 strikeouts in 44 innings, 9.24 K9. And then here's another thing about Alvarez. Yordan Alvarez, the most feared hitter in the game, may be one you're overlooking. It feels more than a little odd to say that Yordan Alvarez is underrated because he's an AL Rookie of of the Year award winner in 2009, a three-time All-Star, and the owner of a career OPS of 165, which is a top 5 mark through age 27 in the integrated era, with the names ahead of him nearly being Frank Thomas, Mike Trout, Mickey Mantle, and Albert Pujols, who no longer plays.
That's an impressive field right there.
Put it in another way, is this good? It seems good.
You know something?
What?
You know, so Jesse, got a feeling Alvarez. I would not be surprised if he's in the running for American League MVP this year.
Yes. But in the American League full of Judges, Soto's, Wits, and Hendersons, it feels like he's simply not getting the recognition of many of his peers. Perhaps because he's just so consistently does this year after year. Great hitter, still great, isn't exactly an attention-grabbing headline, we admit. Yet Alvarez still rates among the top hitters in the entire sport for all the reasons you know, not least of which is the nearly certainty that he's going to finish 2024 with a fourth consecutive 30-homer season, and he might be one of the very few hitters to manage a 300 batting average while doing it. We could spend hours just reciting the numbers on the back of his baseball card, really, or gawking at the score boards he breaks. But what about the reasons you don't know? Let's dive deep on a pair of reasons that help illustrate why one of the baseball's best mashers is exactly that. And here's the stats. Number one, Alvarez might create his own bad defense. No, we're not talking about what happens during the infrequent occasions when Alvarez put on a glove, where he offers surprisingly valuable throwing arm that doesn't quite make up for his lack of range. We're talking about what happens to the unfortunate defenders who are tasked with trying to turn Alvarez rockets into outs. That's funny.
I'll tell you what, that's why we DH the guy.
Yeah, they don't, as it turns out.
He's a
Do the job very effectively. That's funny.
I'd be like, I suck at defense. Can you DH me, Skip? Okay, we can do that.
Take a look at StatCast's out above average metric, which is generally used to identify which fielders are doing their jobs well. This year, that's Marcus Semien, Jacob Young, Bobby Witt Jr., which all makes sense. You can use it to see which pitchers are getting good fielding support. Poor Alvarez. I mean, the American League is full of big men that can hit the ball.
Yeah, I have to agree, because you got so many good hitters in the American League right now. Like you mentioned, Aaron Judge, Juan Soto, who hit his career highs, 36 home runs for the Yankees. I mean, you know, and Yordan Alvarez, you know, that guy's underrated, definitely. Well, you got a lineup with Alex Bregman, who can hit, Jose Altuve in there as well.
Altuve hits home runs as well. But
Yordan Alvarez, he can hit moonshots within his six.
Yes.
So.
But yeah, here we go. If we do it all from the batter's point of view, we can see which batter has had the most negative fielding value for those defenders against him. -9 Alvarez, -9 Aaron Judge, -8 Max Kepler, and Josh Bell is that -8. Man.
And, you know, sometimes, you know, players can be good, for, known for their hitting and not for their defense. You know, but you know, that's why the DH is there, thankfully. DH can be there for three reasons. One, you bat for the pitcher. Two, if you're a veteran for a long time and you can't field anymore, you can hit. Or if you basically suck at defense and you're good at hitting, boom, there's your DH spot. You know?
But yeah, Alvarez has snuck up into the power rankings. Number 1 right now is Aaron Judge.
Duh.
Bobby Witt Jr. is number 2 for the Royals. And Juan Soto for the Yankees at number 3. Number 4, Shohei Ohtani.
No surprise.
5, Vladdy Jr.
No surprise with him, too.
And at number 6, the man of the hour, Yordan Alvarez. Like Guerrero, Alvarez really started to heat up in June when he posted a a .349, 430, 79 slash line, with 7 home runs. And after continuing his hot streak in July, he has an OPS north of 1.200 with 5 homers so far in August. These homers came as a part of a tremendous stretch from August 6 to 11 when he hit .500 and was named the American League Co-Player of the Week. Alvarez's recent performance earned him a spot in our hitter rankings after he's ranked at who else is number 7? Gunnar Henderson for the Orioles. And Rafael Devers is number 8 for the Red Sox.
No surprise with those two
And
gentlemen.
Marcell Ozuna is 9. And Jose Ramirez is 10. Wow.
Yeah. I'll tell you one thing. You're talking about, Devers is pretty. Devers does pretty good defensively, but he's not like Gold Glove material type. But he gets the job done in defense. Sometimes he has some lapse on defense, but Alvarez. So anyway, he's one of the reasons why the Astros are ahead in the American League West. He's not an easy out to do. You're gonna have to pitcher's gonna have to really fool him in the hitting department and pitching in order to throw him off his game.
Yep.
That's what you need to do. But so far, and Snowman Multimedia, what's going on, Snowman? What's going on? Let's go Stros. That's right, the Stros might do their thing. And I know you may be thinking, Jesse Ortiz is an Astros fan. Why is he wearing a Red Sox hat? I do that out of respect for me. I do appreciate that. But there's no problem. Basically, he likes baseball. And if you're a baseball fan, you can respect the teams, even though you hate them. Like, I respect the Yankees. I mean, they have great hitters, great players on the team. They have great traditions overall. Got to respect them, even though, 27 rings, yada, yada, yada.
Most of the rings they've bought.
Yeah, with bringing signing players and all, but overall, like I said, Houston Astros. Ever since they moved to the American League, they've been raking. Maybe the DH was the main key for the Astros' success because when you moved to the American League back then, the National League was pitchers and hit. When you moved, a team like the Astros to the American League, in the DH, and boom, their offense goes well, everything goes well, the pitching gets better. Boom.
Yeah, Jordan Alvarez was a great pickup in 2019.
Yeah, that guy can hit moonshots like crazy, man. Let me tell you. I'll tell you one thing. I think in order for the Astros to be eliminated from the playoffs, you have to shut Alvarez down, and I don't think that's not going to be an easy task for any team opposing the Astros and that lineup in the postseason. That's my opinion on that. So. Is that it for your Astros report?
Yeah, that's it for my Astros report.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go over the games. The Red Sox did win. On the Red Sox, I'll tell you. Let's go. Last time I checked, so going from last Thursday, the Orioles and the Red Sox in a pivotal series. Split the series though. Orioles beat the Red Sox in the first game. Red Sox and Orioles Friday and Saturday won the next 2 games. The Red Sox won the next 2 games. And then Sunday, the Orioles beat the Red Sox. And then we go up against your beloved Astros. And I got to tell you, I expected this to be a dogfight between these two teams. I thought it would be a sweep. Well, I think ever since we got Tristan Casas back, Tristan Casas has been raking since his return. That oblique strain seems to be okay to me. Dude is like a moonshot in one of the games against Houston. And I'll tell you, Red Sox took 2 or 3 against them. The Astros won the walk-off on Monday. And so the bullpen, we might have a little bit of issues with that. But the Red Sox beat the Astros 6-5 Tuesday. And then yesterday, 4-1. Like I said, Tristan Casas, ever since he came back in the lineup, he's been hitting like crazy. Yoshida's been starting to get hot a little bit. Devers has been Devers. Tyler O'Neill's been struggling a little bit. Like I said, I think the major problem was, it was tough to not having Trevor Story in that lineup, and that could be the reason why the Red Sox could not make it to the playoffs this year. We'll see. They're like 2.5 rounds. We'll get to the wild card race in just a moment because maybe the Red Sox confidence has been boosted taking 2 or 3 against Houston, a very tough team. So that's something to be on the lookout for. Meanwhile, and so the Red Sox come back to Fenway against the Diamondbacks in a 3-game series, and then the Blue Jays come to town for 4. One of those 4 games is a makeup game from a suspended game. And remember, the Red Sox have Danny Jansen as a catcher. Should the Red Sox decide to start Danny Jansen in one of these makeup games, Danny Jansen could make Major League history, becoming the first player in Major League history to play for both teams in one game. Because he was when the Red Sox spent the game against the Blue Jays, because it was rain, I think it was because of rain, he was the catcher for the Blue Jays. Now he's one of the catchers for the Red Sox. And you start him against the Blue Jays, that will be history in the making. So we have a 6-game homestand. And towards the end of August, starting September, we got the Tigers. And then the Mets. And then starting September, we got the Mets. And then come back to Fenway. The White Sox, the lowly White Sox, and then the Sox got the Orioles at Fenway. That's another big test coming up. And then in the middle of September, I think the Yankees once again. So that's all right. Let's check the standings for our teams here. The Yankees in first place, 74-53, half game ahead of the Orioles at 74-54. The Red Sox 67-59, I believe, 6.5 out. The Rays are 9.5 out at 64-62, and the Blue Jays 59-68, 15 games out. Meanwhile, the Guardians in the American League Central, the Guardians are ahead, 73-53, 2.5 games ahead of the Twins. In fact, the Twins and the Royals are tied for second place at 71-56 each, 2.5 games out. The Tigers 11.5 out at 62-65, and the White Sox, possibly still the worst record in baseball, 31-97 with 43 out. And as you know, they're the first team to be eliminated from playoff contention. Meanwhile, your Houston Astros, Jesse, 68-58, first place by 5 games over the Seattle Mariners, playing 500 ball right now at 64-64. That's probably one of the reasons why I think Scott Service is going to probably get the pink slip for Seattle. The Rangers, defending world champs, 59-69, 10 out, 10 games under 500. Oakland Athletics, at least for Joey Acacia, at least they're doing better because they're in 4th place at 54-73. In fact, they're tied for 4th place as Athletics and Angels, 54-73, 14.5 out each. So that's your American League standings. National League East. The Phillies, 74-52 in first place over the Braves at 67-59, 7 games out. The Mets, 3rd place, 68-61, 8.5 out. The Nationals, 57-70, 17.5 out. And the Marlins at 46-81. They'll probably be eliminated. Playoff contention, 28.5 out. Meanwhile, the Brewers, despite the fact they lost Christian Yelich for the season, they're hanging in first place right now at 73-53, 11 games ahead of the Cardinals at 62-64. The Reds, hopefully Dominic Smith can help them. They come out with Joey Votto retired. In fact, the Reds and the Cubs are tied for 3rd place, 62-65, 11.5 out each. And the Pirates, despite that pitching phenom, Paul Skeens, at 59-67 with 14 games out. And the National League West, we all know. The Dodgers, LA Dodgers, first place, 76-52. 4 games ahead of the Diamondbacks at 72-56. In fact, the Diamondbacks and the Padres are tied for 2nd place, actually, with 72-56 each, 4.5 out. The Giants 11.5 out at 65-64. The Rockies 47-80, 28.5 out. I wouldn't be surprised if the Rockies, Pirates, and Marlins will be all been eliminated. Let me check. Let's see. Look at the Dodgers right now have the best record in baseball. White Sox has the worst. And let's check out the wild card standings. And let's go check the wild card standings. Right now, the Yankees, Cardinals, and Astros. The Orioles, Royals, and Twins have a wild card spot so far. Meanwhile, the Red Sox are 3.5 out of a wild card position. The Rays, followed by the Rays, the Mariners, the Tigers, the Blue Jays, Rangers, Angels, Athletics, and White Sox. I would see obviously the White Sox being eliminated. Dodgers, Phillies, and Brewers are leading in their divisions. The Diamondbacks, Padres, and Braves have wild card spots so far at the playoffs started right now. But the Mets, the Giants, and the Cardinals, the Mets are 1.5 out. They're contending for a wild card spot. You got the Cardinals, you got the Cubs, you got the Reds, the Pirates, the Nationals, the Rockies, and the Marlins. And that's where we stand right now. So down the home stretch, man. So down the home stretch, we got one more full month of baseball because, like I said, September is the last full month of baseball. We're almost ending August. We're halfway through done August. In fact, we got one more full week of August. And I gotta tell you, Jess, I think Houston Astros, you better pray they hang in there.
Yeah,
because I think that they have a pretty good chance too, because of the fact that they're 5 games ahead. All the Mariners are struggling right now. You guys took advantage of that. Like you said, Yordan Alvarez. We got to go back to him. That guy, he's one of the reasons.
He's the reason why the Astros are doing good.
Yeah, one of the reasons why, because you talk about Altuve and Bregman. They probably put Altuve and Bregman near him in the lineup. You can protect him, and who knows? I get and the Red Sox are trying to surge, even though they're 3.5 out of the wild card race. They're trying to surge up. I think the Diamondbacks, the defending National League champs, big test for the Red Sox. I mean, you're going up against the National League champs at Fenway Park, and so, but the confidence is there for the Red Sox.
Yes.
With Tristan Casas returning to the lineup, that was a huge deal. Having him back, we were concerned about his oblique strain, but like when he hit that moonshot against Houston, I'm like, oh, that oblique works fine. He'll be fine. He'll be great. You know what I mean? It's like when he I'm like, oh my goodness, kid can hit. Let me tell you. Like I said, I think if we had Trevor Story all season, I would have, for the whole season, I would be confident. The Red Sox would have been a whole lot better right now. They would have been in a wild card spot at the playoffs started right now. But we shall see what happens. And I think there was some story on Trevor Story, no pun intended, that he's starting to swing the ball and starting taking fields. That could be good. Many people say he might return sometime this season, but we shall see about that. Liam Hendricks is starting to throw a little bit. So, he's from, I didn't know he was from Australia. I was like, Liam Hendricks is from Australia. Cool. And Jaron Duran was struggling a little bit, and he's starting to hit the ball too. He's starting to be a spark plug, and he's put that whole issue of calling somebody an effort behind them, and like you see, he's very emotional player sometimes, and sometimes he's struggling, and well, like I say, he could have handled it a little differently, but Liam Hendricks, who was an ally of that whole LGBTQ thing, stood up for Jaron Duran. He understands where Jaron Duran's coming from. And for him to do that, and it's very classy of him to do so. And I know that's a teammate. You say that was a teammate, but hey, he understands where Jaron Duran's coming from, So hey, he got caught in the heat of the moment, and Jaron Duran did apologize, and and which is, he got a little heat for that wearing that FM shirt on a post-game interview on Nesson, and then Major League Baseball did not like that at all. But like I say, he's still young. He's got a lot to learn, but like I say, early AL MVP picks. I'm thinking, when you think about it, Aaron Judge, Juan Soto. I'm going to talk about the Yankees for a minute because those, like I said, Juan Soto going to the Yankees was a huge deal for them. You add that hit though, because he hits for power. And remember, he was only a rookie, I think, when the Nationals when he won his first World Series title with the Nationals, for goodness sake. But then you add him, you had Giancarlo Stanton that can hit home runs, Anthony Rizzo can hit home runs, and Aaron Judge. Those three, the three-headed dragon, fine. When you added Juan Soto to that lineup, and the guys hit 36 home runs so far, that that shows that Juan Soto can really, like, he's a contemporary American League MVP. And I got to give the Yankees a shout out for just a second, because the fact of the matter is, and here's why: they have some classy players. Like when they acquired Jazz Chisholm Jr. All right, guy loves baseball. I think it was a bunch of little leaguers came to Yankee Stadium. He was injured. He, in full uniform, went out into the crowd to find that little league team, sat with them, and talked baseball with them. So rare do you see that? I mean, he's been hurt and injured, but he still loves the sport. He goes out in uniform, but he goes out into the stands, find this little league baseball team, sat with them, and they had a picture, I believe, with Aaron Judge, or Juan Soto, and Giancarlo Stanton sitting with the major leaguers on a bus. The little leaguers, I should say, the little leaguers on a bus, talking baseball. The Yankees are very class. You know, they when it comes to community, reaching out to the community, very classy with that. And I gotta respect the Yankees for that. I'm a Red Sox fan, and that's not saying much. I think the Red Sox did show some respect to the Yankee players. Like they show respect to Derek Jeter when, as far as he got an ovation from Fenway Park. You know, the fans. You know, I respect Derek Jeter. He was a classy ball player. He rarely gets ejected. I think only got ejected only once. Dude knows how to play the game. You know, Mariano Rivera, another guy right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you know, some of us Red Sox fans, we may as well supposed to hate the Yankees, but we respect. There's a lot of players that we respect in the Yankees. Like Derek Jeter and Mariano Rivera, one of the best closers ever in the business right now.
I want to use Metallica's Enter Sandman.
Yeah, the Sandman. That's one of his nickname. I nicknamed Koji Uehara when he was starting to close for the Red Sox in 2013, the Samurai Sandman, because he reminds me a lot of Mariano Rivera. Always focused, knows how to mow down a hitter and all that. But he's he's a lot of fun. He was a lot of fun for the Red Sox, definitely. So, and the Sandman, you know, Mariano Rivera. I think I will never forget. I think Mariano pitched an inning, and I remember, I think it was a Derek Jeter independent. They're the ones that made the call to the bullpen, and he looked at his team, he started breaking down in tears, and now they have some beautiful moments. You may hate the Yankees, but they have some great moments out there, you know. But I gotta tell you, like I said, baseball is a wonderful sport, and I always appreciated baseball. Remember, I was inspired by baseball, and how I became a baseball fan. I started collecting baseball cards because I used to collect Garbage Pail Kids cards. I acted up in school. They told me to get rid of them. So, and I wanted to collect some kind of cards. I said, I'll collect baseball cards. And I started, getting into baseball. Who would have thought that a hobby of collecting Garbage Pail Kids would lead me to being a baseball fan? And I remember, showing off my baseball cards to the counselors at the after-school program I attended. They said, hey, what happened to the Red Sox? And these Red Sox cards. And I made it a mission to find Red Sox cards. And since the Red Sox were a home team, I said, I got to root for the Red Sox. Yeah. I get picked on when I was a kid rooting for the Red Sox. The Bill Buckner jokes,
I started collecting baseball and football cards in 1995.
95, huh?
Yeah.
I collected starting in the early 80s, 80s, that was my mission was to find Red Sox cards back then. My first Red Sox card, baseball player card I had was Steve Crawford, Topps 1985. In fact, I think I still have a Roger Clemens rookie card, Topps 85. I think on the next show, when I find it, I'll show it off.
I got a Rogers Clemens card.
Yeah. Now, Roger Clemens, he used to pitch for the Houston Astros, and he pitched for the Yankees and all. And, well, like I said, Red Sox, Yankees, best rivalry in baseball. There's no doubt in my mind. I think, listen, 3 of our New England sports teams have been involved in the biggest rivalry in respective sports. Baseball, you had Red Sox, Yankees. Basketball, you had Celtics, Lakers. Hockey, Bruins, and Canadians. 3 of the biggest rivalries. Well, if you're talking about Patriots versus everybody. But that's when we had Tom Brady. So, anyways, and Patriots just traded Matthew Judon, which is going to be hurting our defense up a little bit. that's neither here nor there. But I'm sure they'll find a way to bounce back. Well, like I said, it is really amazing what what the Yankees have done for the little leaguers out there. It puts a smile on my face to see, people reaching out to community and all that. I mean, the Red Sox, we just had the Jimmy Fund telethon happened not too long ago, and they raised a lot of money for that as well. And this is the first telethon without Tim Wakefield, as you know.
Oh, he passed away from what, cancer?
Yeah, he passed away from brain cancer, I think it was, back in October of last year.
Yeah.
Which, Red Sox are going through a rough time as it is on the field, and then one of your main pillars of that Red Sox community, And the crazy part is, even though Jason Varitek was not his personal pitcher, him and Jason Varitek were best friends.
Yeah.
Before his passing, which is really, really strange, I know Doug Mirabelli used to catch, was the personal catcher for Tim Wakefield because he knows how to catch knuckleballs. And and Tim Wakefield, I think in 2007, when he got hurt, he gave up his roster spot for John Lester. And I remember Mike Timlin coming over. Timlin was still playing for the Red Sox at the time, showing him some love. And I gotta tell you, the Jimmy Fund won't be, like he was a chairman, all these charities, Tim Wakefield, Jimmy Fund. Let me tell you, Jimmy Fund has done a lot of wonders for people, and just, it's really touching to see that, it's really touching to see, charities like that and what the Yankees did for the little leaguers and all that. I think baseball communities, they should show more of the outside baseball with the community. I know sometimes people get heated, or, out on the field arguing balls and strikes, pitch clock violations and whatnot, or somebody in the PA system playing Three Blind Mice and for it. Do you know about this? This was like a decade ago. This happened. This was a decade, 10 years ago, at an Iowa Cubs game. This is a minor league game. I think somebody, I don't know, the home plate umpire was missing calls, or some of the umpires missing calls. The PA guy, who's an interim PA guy at the time, Derek Dye, started playing Three Blind Mice. And then the umpire.
Three blind mice.
Yeah, the umpire pointed at him and said, "You're done." Guy playing Three Blind Mice shut it down for the rest of the game. And announcer thought that was awesome. I'm like, awesome. He's not going to make any. No, umpire's not making any friends. That's probably the craziest ejection I ever seen. I'm like, what? No, he's not playing Three Blind Mice. He's playing the Three Stooges song. Well, unless he calls the umpires a bunch of stooges. But anyways, we work for a stooge. His name is David St. Dennis.
The biggest stooge in the network.
Yeah. I gotta tell you what happened. This was the funniest moment ever. So, anyways, Jordan was on, last night. He goes, I'm mad at David. I was like, what you mad at David for? He stooged me to my mother because I said the word cunt on the Dugout Crew, not Dugout Crew, on the Popcorn Panel podcast. I think David must have clipped out that sound bit in that little part, sent it to his mother. And I'm like, no, my mother's going to punish me. I'm like, is she going to ground you from being on Rant and Rave tomorrow night or doing some streaming? No, she'll find a way. She's not going to do it. And we're on the screen, we're talking about it. And then we had Romy on, we had David on. This was hilarious. David comes out and says, we got to talk to you. We're all joking around with him and all that. And then Mama Bear comes in there with a paddle. Whap, whap, ow, that hurt. And we were all laughing. It was hilarious. And then Jordan's like, I'm going to get you, David. I'm going to get you. Oh, it was hilarious. It was the funniest thing in this day last night. It was great. I had a case of giggles throughout the whole night. It was great. It was great stuff. That's what I meant to tell you before we went on the air. But I figured, why not? Well, it was funny though. It was totally funny. But we all pick on David. We love David, but and David's got a good heart. His channel has been very, very successful. You got to give it up to him. He's done so well, and having me as part of his channel doing this, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And he wants me to call Patriots games this year, so I'm going to try to live react to Pat's games and all that. I'm going to try my best. But like I said, baseball man. Like I said, he wanted me part of the Dugout Group podcast. It was great to be on there and on here, and then being the host. So and just to let you know, Joey had to work again. That's why he wasn't able to be on. But it's I can understand where he's coming from as well, because when you're working and sometimes you're working at a place where you're short staffed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know how that is.
Yeah, and plus, I think he says he needs some money for a new car or something like that. So that, flip a coin. Just two sides of the coin to everything. And when it comes to life, it sucks that you won't get some time off to join us and talk baseball with us, but at the same time, you need the money for a new car and all that. So and sometimes you need, sometimes you have to sacrifices. Yeah. So a lot of these players do. They sacrificed a lot to play baseball, their favorite sport. Traveling around, being away from their families. My heart goes out to them, and I'm sure. But whenever they're in town, they see their families. Hey, tickets. Tickets. I think one player, for the Braves, hit up his first career grand slam in front of family and friends in Miami, because I think his family lives in Miami or something like that. So he gives tickets out. And I think they were playing the Braves and the Marlins, and basically, hitting his first career grand slam in front of family and friends. It's great to have that, have that support system, even in an opposite field, in opposing ballparks and all that. So having your family there, I think it's pretty cool. You know what I mean? And if you hit a home run, your parents go nuts, and that's probably the coolest thing about it, and they high five everybody around them. It's a beautiful thing to see. You're making your major league debut. You're nervous. You don't want your parents to embarrass you. You know what I mean? Like you don't want your parents to do something stupid, like yell at the umpire for making a wrong call, and they get ejected from the ball game. I'd be devastated if that even happened. If I was making a major league debut, and all of a sudden there was like a ball up high, but it's called a strike, I kind of want to look at the ump going, and then you hear voices screaming at the umpire. And you look, he's like, your parents, and he's like, don't.
Yeah.
And the umpire goes, you're out of here. I'm like, that's my dad. Oh my goodness, that would be embarrassing. I would look at my manager and probably go, my parents just embarrassed me. They get thrown out of the game. But anyways, yeah, we got 2 minutes left. Any last words, Jesse? Any thoughts?
I can't wait to look forward to the postseason. See if the Astros make it, either as a
don't count your chickens before they hatch, my friend.
See if they'll make it, either as a wild card or as a
division
champs.
Yeah, and that'll be something. I know Seattle's struggling right now, and if they go through a managerial change, it's going to be a whole new ball game for them.
Yeah,
and that could be awful timing, considering you entering the last month of the season. So Red Sox, listen, they're still trying to get in it, trying to get in the thick of things. They gotta come up with a string of wins. They gotta have a serious winning streak going. I remember when Joe Morgan managed the Red Sox back in '88 after firing John McNamara. The Red Sox went on a 24-game winning streak. So the Red Sox need something like that to really get themselves going. Well, it is 4:00. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to another episode of the Dugout Crew podcast. I want to thank David St. Dennis for bringing me the news and providing me with the news, and for Jesse Havoc Jesse Ortiz for being here. I want to thank all of you. I want to thank Raven Powers and Snowman Multimedia for coming in to commentate. To comment on the live chat. The 3 people who watched us, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for tuning in for another episode. So I'll see you guys. We'll see you next Thursday. And until that episode comes rolling around, ladies and gentlemen, hope your life hits you a home run. So long, and thank you, and goodbye. Jesse, thank you for coming in today.
Always. You're welcome.